One.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, good morning. Yes, it is. It's that kind of day. Stormy Daniels is not my lover. She's just a porn star who says that I am the one. The kid in the back seat in the car seat is not my son. Yeah,
oh my God.
Stormy Daniels is not my lover. She's just a porn star who says that I am the one. The kid in the car seat is not my son. Hi, good morning, how are you?
Seriously?
Seriously, baby, and there's a lot more that come. Hey, you know what? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And let's tell them how to get in touch with the show, because I'd like to hear from you today. Probably from Amanda, probably from Sam. Today's reality day. So here's what I'm thinking, okay? I'm going to make it reality day on the show. I'm serious. It's reality day.
It can't get any more real around here.
No, it's reality day. Because I'm telling you, see, Gilmer County Family Connections, which is great. Now, this is the no-joke zone right here. Gilmer County Family Connections, they are great people, okay? Every year, they do what's called Reality Day. And they bring all the students from the high school down, and they got the bank set up, and they got, if you go in and you get a job, you pull a job out, and you got a job, it tells you how much you make, how many kids you have. And then you have calculators, you go around and you try to buy a car and you don't have enough money. So then you got to go over to the rental car or the buy here, pay here place, whatever, right? I'm serious. It's a lot of fun. They never let me go to Reality Day. They don't, because you have to volunteer. Now, they let Sam go and they let Lonnie go. Lonnie does a great job at Reality Day. He does a great job. They let Sam go. She does a great job. But I go down there and I get real with the kids. And they usually escort me out. That's usually what happens. Like, sir, we don't want you to keep it that real. Kid, look, here's a pack of cigarettes. I don't see anything for you, man. I just don't. Sorry. Become a lumberjack.
It's Reality Day, not Influence Day.
Okay, so anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. You can find this show at where? FYNTV.com. But also go to our YouTube channel, FYNTV, Fetcher News, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can always find us there. It will give you a notification when we're doing a live broadcast. Also, you can text the show, live text the show, 706-889-9700. Okay? 889-9700. And you can find us on Twitter at Fetcher News, at FYNTV. Now, folks, there's only one thing you can do on certain days, okay? Is just have fun. Now, I'm serious, because the news is out there. They have gone out there. So what I'm about to say, the things I'm about to do, come on, get real. It's Reality Day here. Get real. Listen to what you're hearing on MSNBC. MSNBC is treating the Stormy Daniels story like it's a Cat 5 hurricane. All right? I'm serious. That's all they're doing is Stormy Daniels day and night. Stormy Daniels alerts. Stormy Daniels, So I thought about this. They're going on, and there is some truth to this, okay? And I'm wondering myself, they continue to say that Donald Trump. Now, you need to pay attention, Amanda, because I just may say something that needs a picture, okay? I do not have time. This is Reality Day to prompt you on every single picture I want. So do me a favor, pay attention today, of all days today, okay?
You got it.
Oh, I always know that attitude. Ooh, you never watched The Honeymooners, Alice. Alice! That's who you are, Alice. Yeah, to the moon, Alice. Okay, so anyhow, they keep talking about why Trump will not punch back on Stormy Daniels. So I'm thinking the same thing, all right? Because Donald Trump comes out and he says, If you hit me, I hit back twice as hard. So MSNBC, I punch back. So they do a whole segment. This is how important this news is. Stick with that right there. This is how important this news is to MSNBC. Okay? Is they open the show at 6 a.m. with about 10 minutes of, why won't the president punch back? And I'm thinking, you know what? I figured it out. Now put up the MSNBC crowd, all right? And I put them up, Minka, Joe, and Stormy or something. All right, here's Minka, Joe, and Stormy sooner or later. I don't know if did I send it? I might not have sent it. So anyhow, but here's Stormy. So they keep, well, why won't Trump punch back? And I'm thinking, you know what? You know, he doesn't want to punch, you know, fake boobs on fake news, right? That's it. I mean, it's just, you know, this woman is fake. I'm thinking about this, okay? So here is Joe, Minka, and Stormy. But Joe and Minka, it's an hour show this morning, right? So I'm thinking to myself, did you watch the Anderson Cooper? Did you watch the Anderson Cooper 60 Minutes? Now you know the truth. Reality Day, right? You know what you want. You wanted to see, like, here's an openly gay man. Okay, Anderson Cooper, openly gay man, right? There's Anderson and Stormy. Hang on there. You're doing very well there. But here's an openly gay man, okay? With a porn star discussing discussing the morality of the President of the United States. Something, okay, openly gay man, Stormy Daniels. Okay, now, all right? Amanda, please, I'm sorry, but you know America was, you know, it 20-some million, it set records. But you know they did not tune in for the kind of interview they got. You know there was people out there that wanted to see Anderson Cooper do a flaming gay interview. You know that. You know that. They wanted him to go, I mean, they wanted him, here's what they wanted to hear. You know it, and I know it, and the American people know it. We watched because we wanted Anderson Cooper to say, are they fake or are they real? You know you wanted to hear that question, right? No. What? Crickets? Nothing?
I mean, no.
You know you wanted to hear that.
No. I had no interest in
Anderson, but no, America wanted Anderson. They wanted to hear Anderson Cooper do like, girl, what's that cup size? Are they fake or are they real? You know, they wanted to do what like a drag queen. Which drag queen is it? You know, you know, that's what they wanted, and they didn't get
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's really like that. I think he tries to be professional as possible, except with all his Kathy Griffin.
Okay, let's go there. So here's what he's thinking about. He is sitting there and he's thinking about, you know what? I think I found the perfect job for you. Because you remember Anderson Cooper does the CNN, you know, New Year's Eve, rocks it in, you know, ever since Dick Clark passed, you know, he does. And you've got here is Kathy Griffin. What does that say? Because I can't see it from here.
It says no swearing, no stripping, and no touching.
Yeah. Okay, that's the sign. And what's the other Kathy Griffin sign that I have? You got Kathy Griffin, another picture, you got a sign?
Yeah, I've got them together.
Right there they are.
That's the New Year's party.
All right, that's the New Year's. And then you have one more, right?
Yep, and then we've got Kathy Griffin.
No nudity.
Hey, you know, if we could just, like, blank out her face, she's got a rocking body.
Okay, I know you didn't say that. So anyhow, that's the new Stormy Daniels. You know that, folks. Did you watch the Roseanne show, the new old Roseanne show last night? I did at 4:30 this morning. Why do I do that? But I watched it just to see what happened. We'll talk about it. What did you think of the Roseanne show? Okay, here's another thing I come up with, okay? I'm thinking, you know what? Could you see Donald Trump writing children's books? Take that off there. Could you see Donald Trump writing children's books? No, I'm serious.
I would read it.
No, I mean, could you see that, like, little Rocket Man goes to China, the children's book, right? So he goes into the grandkids at night, and the grandkids say, Grandpa, tell us a story, right? And he says, I don't think Donald Trump has actually hit Stormy Daniels, not because they're fake. I don't think he's punched back because Stormy can't take a punch like a man, like Rosie O'Donnell or something, you know what I mean? So anyhow, so Donald Trump, the children's books. I mean, can you see him sitting down, Grandpa, can you tell us a story? Sure. Well, let me tell you a story about the little short Rocket Man. He's a little munchkin guy over there in North Korea. He goes over to China. Let me tell you this story. He's really a bad guy. He's really, really bad. This guy is bad, okay? And he goes over to see the Reds. And, in the 70s, I can't go there. I have to leave that alone. But Donald Trump children's books. But here's the one, right? It's like the granddaughter says, Grandpa, what's a porn star? Right? Grandpa, I mean, can you see Donald Trump going into the grandkids at night, tucking them in, and the little girl says, Grandpa, what's a porn star? Well, honey, a porn star is the middle star on Orion's belt, the constellation. Oh, thank you, Grandpa. All right?
Oh, my.
Right?
Really?
But then there's the boy, right? The little grandson, all right? And then there's the grandson, and he goes in and he says, these are children's books. I mean, you hear the lines that are coming out every single day against this president of the United States, and you think I'm the one out there? So that he goes into the grandson, right? And the grandson says, Grandpa, I keep hearing porn star. What's a porn star? Well, the difference in the granddaughter. Granddaughter got it's the center star on the Orion's belt. The grandson gets a different story. Well, let me tell you. You want to know about a porn star? Here's what it is. You got your Little Dipper and you got your Big Dipper. And your porn star, that's what holds up your Little Dipper and your Big Dipper. Right?
Did you seriously just say that?
Yeah, that's Donald Trump telling children's stories.
Seriously?
Yes. Well, I mean, I think I'm serious. I'm serious as can be.
I do not think he would tell his grandson.
Yeah, that's what he told his grandson. That's the difference. What's a porn star? And then he says, here's the thing. Then he goes back to the granddaughter, and the granddaughter says, Grandpa, I keep hearing about this Stormy Daniels and this porn star, and Mommy says that you used the Trump airplane like the Pussycat Lounge. And yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious, right? So Donald Trump says to the kid, no, honey. No, that's not what happened. Now, I know you keep hearing Stormy Daniels and you keep hearing porn star, and I know what's been said. But see, what happens is Grandpa flies his plane down to the islands, and he rescues kittens. I rescue kittens, honey. That's what I really do. Grandpa rescues kittens. And they fly back on the plane, 5 or 6 at a time, and, they purr, the whole thing. And I bring them back, and there's a guy down on 57th Street and 6th Avenue, all right, that takes in the rescue kittens. And, he takes good care of them, honey. I mean, they're so happy that you say you could go down there at night, and I hear they dance. They even have their kitten pole and everything. They dance at night because they're so happy because they got rescued. Yeah, exactly. That's the explanation. What's wrong with that? I mean, Donald Trump did children's stories, right?
No.
Do you want me to write those so you can read them to your kids at night?
No.
I'm just telling you.
That definitely sounds like something.
Don't you think Donald Trump children's books would be great?
No.
You don't?
Well,
Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. I'm sorry. I just cannot take all this Stormy Daniels discussion every single day, and the left is determined The left is determined every day to say Stormy Daniels as many times as they can, and I understand. And I actually do. I apologize for those kind of comments, but are you not paying attention to how crazy this place has gotten? The world. Hey, you know what? Let me ask you a question.
To me, it sounds like everyone's been watching too much HR Puffin stuff.
Yes, HR Puffin stuff. I agree with you. Now, Minka took a couple days off, Minka Brzezinski, and every time she takes a couple days off, she comes back, she looks a little different. Just saying, she looks a little different, okay? So, let me just get this. Did you watch the Roseanne show last night? Did you watch it? I watched it. I watched it this morning because it lit up social media, all right? So no, that's not the top story. The little short rocket man went to China. We know that, okay? We know the short little rocket man went to China. We know that Orange County, California said no more sanctuary city. Okay, but this is the picture of the new one? And they're all grown up, okay? So last night I started watching social media. It's about 10 o'clock. I should have been sleeping. And it's about 10 o'clock. I'm looking through social media, and it's blown up over the new Roseanne show, all right? And Jackie, the aunt, is a crazy, whacked-out Hillary supporter. She's even wears the pussy hat. That's what it's called, right? Right? Don't yell at me, right?
Did it seriously go there? I didn't watch
it. Yeah, she wore the hat.
No.
Yeah, Jackie wears...
I used to love that show when I was a kid.
No. The Roseanne revival show, I thought was okay because Roseanne and Dan, they're on all kinds of medication. They're at the age. It's hilarious. They go to the drugstore, they get all the medication, both of them, and they're trading each other medication. Like, I'll give you a couple hypertension pills for a couple of those antidepressants, and they got a pill box. It's a stage of life. It's not bad. So they're doing that, right? So they got the kid that moves back in, which was Darlene, right? That the kid that moves back in.
Yeah.
She's got a son that can't make up his mind if he's a boy or girl, and he's exploring. So Dan says, I hope he finds his way. He's exploring. I hope he finds his way over to the boys section in Target. So it's not too bad. Roseanne voted for Trump. Roseanne said the prayer at dinner and said to the Lord, thank you for making America great again. She hadn't spoke to Jackie since the election because Jackie voted for Jill Stein instead of Hillary, but she voted against Donald Trump. They have a big fight over that. The old Becky and the new Becky are in the show. But the interesting thing is they did go back to a part of where they came from. Now, if you remember the original Roseanne show, put this up, and I don't want to spend too much time on this. If you remember the original Roseanne show, okay, he is a drywall contractor. Dan Connor's a drywall contractor when it starts. This is why it was successful for a couple years till it left the planet, okay? It just went out there so far in left field and Roseanne went crazy. But the first 2 years, this is one of the top shows for a reason. Dan Connor's a drywall contractor. They're in middle America. He's a drywall contractor. He's got 3 kids. Roseanne works at a factory with a couple friends breaking plastic spoons. Actually working with who started on that show? George Clooney. George Clooney is Booker on that show.
Yes.
Yes. So George Clooney is the little guy that comes in and harasses them all the time, little kid there. But she works in a factory. They hardly can find work. Dan is a drywall contractor, out hanging drywall every day. He comes in and he talks the talk, walks the walk. Can't find work, didn't get paid from his supplier or something, whatever. So Dan is there, and they're raising 3 kids, okay? And it had it was real for a couple years until it left the ground. So last night, what they did is they brought that back, put up last night's cast. The kid that can't figure out if he's a boy or girl, hey, we're dealing with that, okay? So the kid, his grandson can't figure out if he's a boy or girl, and he says to he says something, and Dan says something to him. He said, what are you doing there? He says, well, I'm letting my fingernail polish dry. He said, what you got on your fingers? Fingernail polish. I'm letting it dry. And he said, the kid said, I like your fingernail polish. And Dan said, that's drywall dust. Okay? So anyhow, they went back to me. They went back. I actually laughed out loud a little bit to what made that show successful. I kind of like the show a little bit. Don't know if I'll watch every week. But it blew up on social media. And I wanted to talk about it just a minute before we get into some other things. So you didn't watch the show? I mean, I've asked it, but you didn't watch it, right?
No, I didn't get to watch it last night, but I will catch up on it because I used to love Roseanne.
Yeah, but I like 2 seasons.
Yeah, same here. It went, like you said, it went off the wall.
Yeah, well, Jackie comes in. She's got the nasty woman shirt on, and she's got the hat. I won't say it again. She's got the hat on, and so I thought it was pretty good. I kind of liked it. They covered several things, but what they covered is what's out there, and seems like what we've become. So I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Okay. California, Orange County, California said no to sanctuary cities. The sheriff is posting release dates so that ICE will know when these illegal criminals are going to be released. Even to the point the Attorney General of California, we'll get into that, is threatening to arrest, listen to this, threatening to arrest the sheriff in Orange County, California for endangering, now get this, it's okay. It was okay if the mayor of Oakland, okay, warned illegals, ICE, now listen to this. Now you watch that show I just put up, and now wait a minute, now damn it, now wait just a minute before we go to break. I know what some of you are thinking. Well, I come on and I just started with all kinds of foolishness about Stormy Daniels and this porn star, but you don't need to turn on the news. But if you turn on CNN and MSNBC, that's what you get. You get from start to finish how John Bolton, the new NSA director for Donald Trump, is going to lead us into war and tear up the Iran deal. You get Stormy Daniels. You get all of this nonsense. You think what I opened up with was nonsense? Hell no, it wasn't nonsense. I just tried to, make light of the just garbage that's going on out there. I mean, I do want to patent. I did come up with the Trump children's books. I could just see those. I'm going to write some more of those. I know several of the children's books I want to write. Okay, I want to write the children's book Crooked Hillary. So anyhow, the thing I'm getting at is listen to this of where you're at today, and we'll go to break. Think about it this morning. The mayor of Oakland, the city of Oakland in California, put out a warning to illegals that law enforcement, ICE agents, were on the way so that these illegals could hide. And if you look at the internet and do a search, you will find that the illegals that were hidden while ICE was doing a search in Oakland, California, several then came back out and committed more crimes. That's right. Law enforcement looking for the bad guy, the mayor trying to hide the bad guy, and really bad hombres out there, as Trump would say. And nope. Mayor says hide. We'll let you know when the coast is clear, and you can come out and commit more crimes. This is true. Now, Orange County, California, and I forget the city's name. A city in Orange County, California, the council voted to remove themselves from the sanctuary city law sanctuary state law that California passed, okay? That led to the council or the commissioners or whatever they're called in Orange County, California yesterday voting to say we are not going to listen to you, no sanctuary city here. If you're here in Orange County, California, we are not a sanctuary county, and we will let ICE know, okay? Now listen to this, damn it. You better pay attention. We will let law enforcement know you're here, okay? So now, the sheriff, which has posted the release dates of the illegals that are released, that they're supposed to be being held for ICE. ICE knows when they're going to be released. Now, is against the law of California because California passed a law and said you cannot tell the government when the criminal gets out. That's illegal. So the Attorney General of California is insisting that the sheriff of Orange County, California, uphold the law. Scratch your head, damn it, it's not me, it's some crazy ass people in California. So uphold the law. So he is threatening the sheriff that he will force the sheriff to uphold the laws of California and not tell ICE the bad people are getting out. And I'm the one that opened the show with foolishness. Oh, hell, you've lost your damn mind. Pay attention how crazy these damn people are out there. I shouldn't be saying this. This is reality day. Reality day. When I come back, okay, we could go with a little more foolishness. Why not? But we are going to talk about the little whack job, the miniature guy. What's his name there? I don't know his name. Kim Jong-il, whatever his name, Jung or whatever.
Kim Jong-un.
Huh?
Kim Jong-un.
I tell you what. How about this for a racist joke? You want to hear a racist joke?
Oh, my. Here we go.
Huh?
Here we go.
Well, who didn't have a damn uncle who told racist jokes? I want to know who the hell. I mean, it's somewhere around late 60s, early 70s. And who did not have one damn uncle that told racist jokes?
All right, let's hear it, Uncle BKB.
No, I'm not the crazy uncle telling the joke. I remember my crazy uncle that told the joke. I'll tell you what, how about the one where my uncle says, you know those people in Chinese, you know how they get their name? They throw silverware up in the air. Ching, chang, ching. Right? I'm serious.
That's pretty good.
Huh?
That's pretty good.
Hey, I got a lot of them. I'll clean it up. You just don't want me to start telling Polish jokes. And that's the nicest thing I could say. Hey, I got an uncle. You had an uncle too. I always love when you out there act like I'm approaching something and getting close to something that you have no idea in your life. You've lived such a sheltered life. Well, I'm going to explain to you why I spell cool with a K when we come back. How about that one? Take us a break.
Let's do that.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart.
It's just this simple. Nobody beats Days on price. If it's a Chevy, you'll pay less at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $4,000 off a new 2018 Chevy Malibu, or save up to $10,000 off a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab. It doesn't matter which Chevy you choose. Nobody beats Days on price. $10,000 off Silverados and $4,000 off Malibus at Days Chevy in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Two.
Hey, you know, I got to send you an email. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Okay. What's your name again? I got to email you. Oh, it's Amanda. Okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, come on. It takes a minute sometimes. Okay,
oh my
Amanda.
God.
It takes just a minute. I'm trying to find something. All right, I'm going to send you this email, and it goes with the K's, you understand? Because I want to have fun today. I mean, you know, it's reality day, right?
It's reality day.
All right, now wait a minute. All right, now wait a minute. I got a question for you, okay? I got a question for you.
Yes.
Okay. Am I wrong? I want to know this. By the way, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, they're having Reality Day down at the Civic Center here in Gilmer County, and I'm not making light of it because we're going to go down there. I usually get escorted out. They don't let me stay very long. And I go down there and I tell the kids some real stories. Kids, come over here. Let me tell you what really happens out there, okay? Just joking. But they do a great job. They do an outstanding job. It's Family Connections, I think, is the host. Am I right?
Yeah. And just to be clear, these aren't little kids. These are like...
No, this is the high school.
Yeah.
Right. So they bring the high school...
Just to be clear to everyone.
Okay, but they bring the... I'm trying to be clear to everyone. What are you implying? What the hell? So anyhow, they bring the kids down, right, from the high school, and they go in and they get jobs. They pull jobs, and one is a welder, and one actually gets a big job with a lot of money, and you just pull these random jobs. And if that's the job you have, then you have to get housing, you have to buy food, okay? You have to buy food. You have to get a loan for a car. They go over there and, you have a calculator and you have your money. And it's a month, okay? It's how much a month you have. And you're like, I'm out of money. I need to get a car because I can't get to work. Well, you can't afford that fancy car, so this is what we're going to get. And it really is, it's good. I'm just going to leave it there. It's an outstanding thing to do. FetchYourNews.com. We volunteer every year. Lonnie will be down there today. He does a great job, okay? He does a great job. Sam, it might be down there now. I'm not for sure. Help him set up or help him get the day going. But Sam's involved today. Okay, we always work Reality Day here at the company for that. I'm not joking. Usually, I stress because I work a table and I'm like, kid, let me tell you what really happened. So anyhow. In the careers, now think about what's been on our TV and has saturated our children, okay? Now think about this, Amanda. If it's Reality Day, should they not put, Playboy model in there as a career? Porn star as a career? I know I'm wrong, but am I wrong? I mean, do you not pay attention what they are pasting on TV? They blame Donald Trump for this morality, just our collapse of morality in this country. Do you think Donald Trump is the collapse of morality of this country? I mean, this happened in 2006, 10 years ago? Is it 10, 11 years ago? Right?
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying it's okay, but it's just, I mean, if it's Reality Day, I would love for reality to hit home for America in some ways. I want to cover this. I'm going to have fun today. We're talking about California. We're talking about the serious things. I promise that. But I came in this morning, I said, I want to have some fun today. So this is Reality Day, right?
Right.
So I spell K with a cool, right? I mean, I do understand it's COOL, right? Are you over there, damn it, or not? Act like I'm talking to you.
I'm saying right.
No, you're not. So anyhow, so I understand it. But I like to joke around. I spell it with a K, right?
Right.
There you go. That's better. No, you're supposed to say, why do you spell it with a K?
Why do you spell it with a K?
Did you get any of the lines I emailed you this morning? I emailed you your lines. You can't even read off the teleprompter. Obama can read off the teleprompter. What the hell's wrong with you today? All right. Anyhow. So I like so late 60s, right? Somewhere around the late 60s, just saying. Early 70s, just saying. I mean, I'm not saying I was there, but let's just pretend I know a little about it, okay? The doctor came in and gave you the results as he was smoking, right? You don't know that. You do not know that. The doctor come in, he's like, giving you the results, ma'am. Let me tell you the results of your test. While the doctor's smoking. In the late 50s, I think early 60s, I can't remember, I didn't do. Actually, doctors would prescribe smoking to calm down, relax, have a cigarette, right? So here I am. Now, my family's from North Carolina, so it's like a religion there. You're supposed to. Don't get mad at me, Tar Heel fans or whoever you are. Don't get mad at me. Okay? But it is, they're from North Carolina, and I have actually I grew up. This is Reality Day. I have been in the tobacco barn. Have you ever been in the tobacco barn, Amanda?
No.
You had no business in there. Trust me.
I wouldn't tell you if I was in there anyway.
That's exactly right. You need to keep that to yourself. If you've ever been in the tobacco barn, hay barn, any barn, keep it to you, okay? Keep your barn stories to yourself, okay? So anyhow, I've been in a tobacco barn, you know, the tobacco hanging up and drying in North Carolina. I know where Winston-Salem is. I know where R.J. Reynolds is. But back then, you know, well, not 50s. I wasn't in the 50s. But back then, late 60s, 70s, you're from North Carolina. You're supposed to smoke. It's like the law. What do you mean you don't smoke? Now, my parents did not drink. My parents did not drink, okay? Did not. But smoke, I mean, we had every decorative ashtray there was. We had to stand up next to the chair ashtray with the big glass, right? We had that ashtray, right? Had that one, okay? There was not a table that didn't have an ashtray. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just putting it out there, right? So, I mean, you know, and when, you know, we're kids, there's like 5 of us in the house, right? And, you know, they come out with the warning labels, all right, for on the side of cigarettes, right? Health warning labels on the side of cigarettes. You know, my whole family is the poster child for warning labels on the side of cigarettes. All right, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to knock mom and dad. Take it easy, okay? Take it easy, all right? Not trying, because there's a lot of them. Don't act like you don't remember going to the store at like 12 years old, or, you know, and getting a pack of cigarettes for your mom. Like you didn't do that, and they never asked. You go down and say, hey, you know, my mom needs a pack of cigarettes. They knew what they smoked. I mean, you could, I don't know why I'm going there, but it's just, you know, it's where I come from. It's where the hell I come from. You should know. And, you know, my mom smoked Cools. There you go, putting it on the street. Mom smoked Cools. So you go down to the store, right? And I didn't put a pack up, you know, and there's the Cools, K-O-O-L. So, you know, I don't care. Back then, I'm going to tell you something. You could get mad, you know. Let me tell you, let me just go here. We maybe should not have smoked as much as we did in the 50s and 60s, okay? We may should have not let 10-year-olds walk to the corner store and say, Mom wants a pack of cigarettes. Well, maybe we should have never done that. I tell you what we did know, though. We knew what damn bathroom to go in. We knew if they'd give us a pack of cigarettes to take home to Mom, okay? Well, at least when we stopped on the way home, we knew to go in the boys' room. I'm just saying. I don't know why the hell I'm going here. So you go down to the corner store and you know, Mom needs cigarettes. That's all you had to say. They knew Mom smoked Cools. They knew them, right? And then the guy at the store says, hey, does Gerald need some Winstons? So my dad smoked Winstons. Mom smoked Cools. That's why I spell K Cools, right? There you go. I know it's a big story. You wanted to hear it. So anyhow, right? So I'm going to tell you what. I never liked the Cools. Because when I started stealing my mom and dad's cigarettes, oh my God, there you are out there. Hey, Amanda, now I'm not asking you to get personal or nothing. I'm not asking if your mom and dad smoked. But when you was a kid, did you ever steal a cigarette?
Yes.
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's why I like her.
And guess what brand they were?
Go for it.
Cools.
That's why I like her, boy. You knew your line that time. So anyhow, but I couldn't take the Cools. Like, so when you're stealing cigarettes from your parents and you're a kid, you know, and you slip a cigarette, you know, it's pretty bad. You know, you go in there and there's 20. Sorry, 20 in a pack. You flip the pack open and you get one out and you're like, you ruffle up the pack a little bit because it's a new pack and Dad just took one out and he might notice that another one's missing or so forth. I knew the whole stealing cigarette scene, but I could not smoke the Cools. The Cools were too rough. I'm like, Mom, you're just way, that's too rough. I can't take the menthol. I need a Winston, all right? Anyhow, you know, it's tough when you're 8. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That was really a joke, okay? So anyhow, so, you know, hey, we had cigarettes, all right? Then there's the second reason. I mean, let's just say it's 1972, and you're watching TV, and this guy, the Kool-Aid Man, right? Remember the Kool-Aid Man? Like it's 1972. You got the packs, right? It's like $5 for $1. Your mom had a kitchen drawer that you couldn't hardly open because it was stuffed packs of Kool-Aid. Anytime you went to the grocery store, you had to have 10 packs, throw them in a buggy, right? And you had to get what? The secret ingredient. Come on, Amanda, what's the secret ingredient? I sent you the picture. Don't tell me. I'm not going to call the name. If you do not know the secret ingredient that you had to buy to go with the 10 packs every time you went to the grocery, there you go, the 25-pound bag of sugar, right? I mean, you bought this monster bag of sugar that you had to tote in the house, right? Put the Kool-Aid. And you got Kool-Aid Man there. It's spelled with a K. And Mom bought what? I know what you're thinking now. I'm drinking too much Kool-Aid in the morning. So Mom bought 10 packs, no matter if you need them or not. And they went in the drawer. I mean, there was never a shortage. Mom, we're out of Kool-Aid. We'll make some. It was up to me to judge for all the friends, okay? To judge for all the friends how much sugar went in. So you got the big picture, right? Nobody's looking. You can't find the big spoon. Don't tell me what you did, right? Because I know what you did. And then you got the Kool-Aid for the whole neighborhood. Everybody had Kool-Aid. Took a Kool-Aid break, and then you can run around the bases for another 2 hours. Just saying. I just needed to explain why I spell cool with a K. Was that worth the time? Boy, I take crickets over there. I asked her, I said, will you pay attention today? And please, help me out from time to time? Nothing. No. Nothing. Did you understand my story?
The days when you had to put sugar in the Kool-Aid.
What?
I just don't remember the days when you had to put sugar in the Kool-Aid.
You don't?
No.
It comes sweetened now?
Well, now it does, but I vaguely remember Mom having to put sugar in it, but I'd totally forgotten about that.
You forgot you had to have the secret ingredient?
The secret ingredient.
Oh, man, you got 1 pack, right?
No, now it's totally sugar. So you're good to go. Just water.
No. You got 1 little pack, and it was like, 5 for $1. And you had a drawer in the kitchen, and that drawer had more packs of Kool-Aid, and there was the cherry, and there's the flavors, right? And you ripped that thing over, you poured that in there, and then you got that sugar bag, and you poured it in there till you thought it was enough. And then you tasted it with the big spoon. No, a little more sugar, all right? And your Mom told you, make some Kool-Aid. You know how to make Kool-Aid, put it back in a pitcher and put some sugar in it. All right, it's not that hard. No wonder 10-year-old boys were riding bicycles for 3 hours nonstop when we made sugar Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, we're all groggy and tired these days.
Exactly. You know what? I'm glad you said that, because now they go to the store and they get like those power drinks, And my mom didn't say get a Powerade out and replenish your electrolytes. What the hell? No, we drank Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, we were all jacked up back then.
Yeah, we were jacked up, but we didn't have an energy drink. We didn't have 5-hour energy drinks and all these energy drinks. Anyhow, there's the answer of why I spell Kool-Aid with a K. Cool with a K, right? I thought it was a good explanation. Cigarettes, oh my God. Back then, the doctor would prescribe it. The doctor come in and give you, if you grew up, what the hell's wrong with American reality? If you grew up in let's call it 1971, just for argument's sake, and you don't remember Friday night, the dining room table, and your mom and dad, and your mom's got the hair, the high hair, up here, right? You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? No, you don't understand. You're too young. So it's like the 1970s hairdo up here. And you don't have the mom, okay, and dad, and the neighbor, Charles and Charlene, Jean and Gloria. Yeah, Jean and Gloria. And Danny and Nancy. If you didn't have the dining room table with 8 chairs, okay, and playing cards and the smoke rolling out of that dining room where they were smoking ashtrays everywhere, and they're playing cards, right, your parents, and you got in trouble for trying to listen, because they were talking about everybody in the neighborhood. Everybody in the neighborhood, they were talking. You hear what happened up here? You hear what happened up there? This one and that one. This one. Boom. They were getting all the news out, right? But you wanted to check it out. You got in trouble. You got sent downstairs. Kids, if they heard a kid, they could hear a kid get to the top step. No matter, you have all the kids downstairs. They bring all the kids. They send the kids downstairs in the basement, right? And we just could tear up anything all night long because they didn't care. We're on a bi-level. They're playing cards. They're smoking. They're not drinking. They didn't drink, but they're smoking, playing cards. But if you were the kid that wanted to slip up to that top step and see if you can hear something. They knew. They could tell. The mom ear could tell. You're on the top step. Get back down those steps, young man. We need to take a break. The next hour is going to be very serious. We've had a lot of fun, but it is reality day. So I'm trying to think of things that are reality that are going on, and it's just an interesting day. Hey, you know what? I went to a comedy club last night, okay? Amanda, did you get the script? Where is the comedy club? What comedy club did you go to? That was your line. I'm going to try it again, okay?
Where was it at?
No, wait for me to give the line. See if you can deliver your side. I went to a comedy club last night.
Oh, where was the comedy club at?
That was so phony. It's like you're reading from a script. The comedy club was the Blue Ridge City Council meeting. Where's my drum roll when I come up with these? Yeah, exactly. Got wishy-washy Donna Whitener. Wishy-washy Whitener, the mayor. I don't know what the town hall was about myself. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the hot.
One.
Folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. It's 8:55, and we're going to try to get a little serious with the second half of the show. It's Wednesday. I went to the Blue Ridge City Council. It was a long day yesterday, Tuesday. It wasn't bad. We had a great show yesterday morning. We had a lot of great information yesterday on the show. It's actually a show I wish you would check out. Again, it's in our archives, FYNTV.com. Just hit on demand there, and you will see the archives. You can actually hit the month and put in the month you want to look at, and anything we've done is up there, FYNTV.com on demand, and also on our YouTube channel. Yesterday was a great show, Amanda. I thought information-wise, it was a great show. We had Congressman Doug Collins, and it is a show I would actually air again because it was timeless, because we got into in-depth, Amanda, I think you'll agree, on the NDRC and how the census, the NDRC, how they are targeting the 2018. You talk about Russians targeting an election, right? I mean, think about that, Amanda. Just yesterday's show alone, all we hear from the media out there that's a part of the deep state, which I do believe in, all we hear from them is how Russia, what are we doing? Think about this line, Amanda. I really want you to think about this, and I want you to take this in, okay? Every time you turn on the news or you turn on something, they are pushing you, MSNBC, CNN, ABC, all of them, and saying to everybody in the interview, what are we doing to safeguard? Now listen to this close, folks. You need to pay attention out there, because you've heard this over and over. What are we doing to safeguard the American elections from Russian influence or outside influence? I'll say that, Russian influence in 2018. That's all you hear, right? Safeguard the 2018 elections from Russian influence, right?
Yep.
I ask you, America, the real influence that we know of, the real influence that we are aware of, the real influence that has tampered with elections, the real influence that has actually performed voter registration fraud, and all the above, what are we doing? What are we doing to stop and prevent the influence of our 2018 elections by the NDRC? What are we doing to stop the influence of our 2018 elections by the George Soros gang? What are we doing to stop the influence on our elections by the deep state? Russia's code word to throw you off. 21 states, okay? 21 states. Now listen to me, damn it. You better listen to me. Jeb Johnson, or whatever the hell his name is, okay? He's the former Homeland Security Director, okay? And Kirsten, I don't know Kirsten's last name. She is now the Homeland Security Director. Both of them under oath, under testimony to Congress, I think last week. The question: do you know of one vote? Do you know of one vote being changed in the election by Russian influence any way whatsoever? That's not the verbatim question, but that was the question. Both, even Jay Johnson and Kirsten, whatever her name is, both Trump, Obama, had to look at Congress and say, no. No. That throws out all your Russian influence, all your Russian bots, all your Russian narrative. Everything Russian is gone, including the dressing. Gone. The answer is no. We found 21 states had been affected, they had gotten in the system of 21 states, or had some 21 states. They've breached the system, but they can't find anything done. Period. But we have voter fraud. Did you find Russian voter fraud? No. We have voter fraud. They want illegals. They will not allow identification. On the deep state side, voter fraud, we can prove it. Voter registration fraud, we can prove it. Wanting to put voting machines in the prisons. Altering voting machines. We know that in Philadelphia, you turn on the machine, it's already got 125 votes. We have found every single bit of evidence of voter fraud, election tampering, influence. But never, you will never hear a CNN commentator, you will never hear anybody in MSNBC say, or the little note on the bottom of the screen, what are we doing to prevent the NDRC, the George Soros, the MoveOn.org, Media Matters? What are we doing to prevent this deep state corruption from influencing the 2018 elections? Nothing. But Trump puts one question on the census. Put up the picture. One question on the census. Are you a damn citizen? They freaked out. They're going to sue. One question. Not are you Russian? You know? Did you know somebody that owned a Russian bot? No, that's not on the census. Just are you a citizen? The law provides that they can ask if you are legally in the country or a citizen. Period. But the census, you don't have to answer that. How many's living in the house? 3. That's it. That's all you got. Your constitutional rights say you don't have to answer these questions. You have a 5th Amendment. You do not have to answer the questions. The government knocks on the door, you don't have to answer anything. But we put a question on there. Are you a citizen of the United States? They freaked out. We're trying to do things to protect our elections against fraud. But no, California needs those votes. Hillary Clinton needs those votes. Elizabeth Warren needs those votes. Because what happens is we already have more registered voters than legal citizens in these communities and in these states. Los Angeles is what now? I mean, 6/10 or 7/10 illegal? I don't know. 50-50? I mean, I may be off there. My God, they may fact check me like they do Trump, but still the point is they need the votes. We ask about the census. They've gone nuts. It's every day. Pay attention to this. Wake up, America. Every single day. What are we going to do to prevent the outside influence from Russia? And every day the news comes on and some damn piece of garbage congressman on the Democrat side, for the most part, unless if you're Charlie Dent on the Republican side, runs and says, we've done absolutely nothing. We can't even have the discussion on what we're going to do to safeguard our elections from the Russians. Look, damn it. You have 2 Homeland Security, heads of Homeland Security looked at Congress and said, not one vote. On the other side, we have every single thing of proof. Voter fraud, voter registration fraud. But think of that. Replace what are we going to do to prevent outside interference from Russia in our midterm elections? Damn media, Anderson Cooper, Chuck Todd, Martha Raddatz, George Stephanopoulos, 2. What are we going to do to prevent the corrupt deep state influence over our elections? I preach it every day. Now, that's how I got to going there. Because I think yesterday's show, Amanda, has some very good information that puts a lot of it together, don't you?
Yes, you're right.
Thank you. Okay, look. Anyhow, I didn't want to get like this. That's why I opened the show saying, look, let's talk about fake boobs. It'll be easier. It won't set me off.
Oh, my gosh.
Well,
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you know, I'm trying to open. I think Trump could write children's books. We're talking fake boobs. We're talking punching back. Stormy Daniels is not my lover. She says that I'm the one. I tried to open up, just lighten the show. But this is what I'm up to. Now, Sheriff calls sanctuary state bill very political. This is Tucker Carlson. Sometimes I got to take the hat off. All right? And I got to just give it to somebody. Last night, Tucker had this sheriff on the show. Show the sheriff of Broward County, the cowardly sheriff, the cowardly lion of Broward County. Didn't I send you this picture? Scott Israel? Okay. Scott, if you're out there listening, this is what a sheriff with a set of acts like. Okay? This is what a sheriff acts like that has a set. Okay, let's play that video of the sheriff from Orange County, California.
Orange County in California, she says the state's effort to become a sanctuary state is not good policy. It's about sticking it to the administration. Sheriff Hutchins joins us tonight. So, Sheriff, give us the parameters of this. This would basically put California as a state in active opposition to federal immigration law. Is that an overstatement?
I don't think that's an overstatement. You know, we've been cooperating with ICE and with the federal government for individuals who have repeatedly committed offenses, re-entered the country, have criminal records, and the fact that we can't notify them and have to release them to the street is not acceptable to me.
So, I mean, it's not like illegal aliens in California are having a tough time anyway. California has more illegals than any state by far. I mean, a huge percentage of your population is there illegally. So what was the need that gave rise to this bill, or is it purely a symbolic act aimed at the administration?
It's a symbolic act aimed at the administration, in my opinion, but more importantly, it places Californians at risk of being impacted by these criminals who are getting released to the street.
Wait, so if the state of California can say to the feds, we're just ignoring your law, then why can't Orange County say to the state of California, we're ignoring your law? I mean, would you abide by these terms, or would you notify the feds if you apprehended an illegal?
You know, we've already asked the question. We've asked legal counsel. Cal State Sheriffs, which I'm a member, has asked legal counsel, and we would be subject to being prosecuted if we didn't follow the state law. But it puts us in a you make a great point. It puts us in a terrible position of violating federal law, not cooperating with federal authorities. And we work on task forces with ICE. We work on a sexual exploitation task force. This bill would require us to report everything we do to the Attorney General of the state of California. These are very great cooperative task forces that deal with a lot of crime. Our registered sex offenders, a lot of those are undocumented aliens. This would really impact our ability to fight crime in our communities.
So California is cool with ignoring federal law, but ignore their laws, and you're in trouble. Good luck, Sheriff Hutchins. We'll welcome you in the East Coast.
Go ahead, back to me. I just want you to hear, California is good with ignoring, the state is good at ignoring federal law, but let you ignore state law and they'll put you in jail. And that is it Xavier Becerra is the Attorney General of the state of California. He said yesterday, you see, they are in violation of the California law, and they will actually be able to put that sheriff in jail, put the sheriff in jail for not following California law. They actually can be removed from office or whatever. The sheriff is what you just heard. They're breaking the law, and you don't realize that this world's gone crazy, especially the United States of America. I'm going to take a brief break. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to come back, talk a little more about that, and then it'll be time for 9:30, see if Amanda has anything going on, and talk a little more about Reality Day. And I do want to make a comment or two around 9:45 on the Blue Ridge City Council meeting last night. So I'm your host, BKP. Take us to break.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
It's just this simple. Nobody beats Days on price. If it's a Chevy, you'll pay less at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $4,000 off a new 2018 Chevy Malibu, or save up to $10,000 off a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab. It doesn't matter which Chevy you choose. Nobody beats Days on price. $10,000 off Silverados and $4,000 off Malibus at Days Chevy in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
One.
Okay, just a couple headlines here, folks, before we close up, get to 9:30. We're going to talk about Reality Day, the Blue Ridge City Council Town Hall last night, and Amanda has a story she's working on that she wants to talk about. You know, I noticed this yesterday, I didn't bring it up. Bernie Sanders inspired an actual clown to run for Congress. An actual clown. We do know that the Pennsylvania School District backtracked on their bucket of rocks. Did you heard about the school that, you know, they were going to get perfectly shaped rocks, and the guy said they would actually hurt somebody? It would hurt if you got hit by a rock?
No.
Yeah, so, you know, we grow up, and we actually were smart enough in the late 60s, early 70s that our parents did not allow us to throw rocks. Okay, see, we were taught a gun was to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? We were taught, but throw rocks. No, we weren't allowed to throw rocks. So anyhow, but I just thought about a couple of those that are pretty funny. All right, and China. Okay, the little whack job. Okay. North Korean dictator Rocket Man. He goes down to China and he takes the train. Now, I don't know if this is true, because I don't know if I was like hitting a doze at 3:45 on the alarm and I'm hearing this on the news, but I think the train only does like 39 miles an hour. It's not a joke. He won't fly. He took the same train his dad took 11 years ago when his dad went to China. The little rocket man has not been out of the country. Well, he's busy. He's building nukes. I mean, I went on vacation. Damn it, woman, can you not see I'm building nukes? Can you get off my back? That's what he's been doing for 11 years. So finally, he took a little break. Little rocket man took a break. He said, honey, pack the bags. We're going to Beijing. Okay? So they put on their very pale, plain clothing, the black suits there. They put those on, and the very drab clothing, and they headed down to China, and they had some meetings, and we do not know. So don't fall for the CNN report and MSNBC. We do not truly know. China and North Korea safeguard the information. Now, this meeting may be a meeting where the little whack job goes down, okay? The little whack job goes down and to China and says, hey, if I cut a deal with Trump and I get rid of the nukes on the Peninsula Island, the Korean Peninsula, if I get rid of the nuke program, I get rid of them, we take pictures, we load them up, Bolton's happy. I mean, Bolton should make a bet. Here's the bet Bolton should make. I mean, I think, it's like everybody makes bets. So I think if Bolton can take ships and load up nukes and get pictures and show the American people that Donald Trump actually caused them to denuclearize with his tough policy, okay? It wasn't really the North Korean unified women's hockey team that did it. If he could do that, I think Bolton, you got a picture of John Bolton? Didn't I send you one? How many times I got to say the word Bolton for you to put the picture up, okay? So anyhow, I'll be nice today. I think he should have to shave off the mustache. I mean, make us a bet. Let's have fun with this, Bolton. I mean, if you get it done, you shave off the mustache, right? We should get something out of the deal. So anyhow, I think Rocket Man has gone down to China and said, look, if I denuke, are you going to make a deal and you're going to go to the Americans and say, look, if he denuclearizes and cleans all that up, you screw with him. Don't screw with him and do him wrong, okay? We're going to have his back, but we're going to have your back. That's possible. But don't read into what CNN and MSNBC talk about. But there's strong talk of denuclearizing North Korea. And the little Rocket Man, he probably is going to meet with Trump and want some kind of cultural exchange program. He's tired of those black jackets. But I mean, I don't know what they would give us. But you know what? The wacky Americans, could you see wacky Americans wearing the Rocket Man jacket? They would put them on stores, Rocket Man jacket, and you'd all be wearing those. I tell you what, America's messed up. They're messed up. They're crazy. They would wear them, all right? So anyhow, but he's asking for I can't do the Korean accent or whatever, but he said, I want the DVDs. I want your DVDs. And Trump's going to have to say, we don't even make DVDs anymore. We don't have DVDs. You can get them out of the Walmart bin in the middle of Walmart where they still sell the 10 DVDs for $5. And that's what we want, the DVDs. And we want the DVD players. We don't even make DVD players anymore. I mean, we all live stream. I mean, where am I going to get a DVD player to send you? Overstock.com. They have everything. So that's the cultural exchange. But I'm having fun with it because, listen, why do I have fun with it? And I'll tell you why I have fun with it, because MSNBC, CNN, they're all going to come out with these reports. Washington Post, they don't really know. They don't really know what happened in that meeting. But Trump will not be made a fool out of by little Rocket Man. I can go there. Okay, now on the front page of the Drudge Report, there's actually on the top left, okay, I didn't talk about Facebook, okay? Everybody's talking about Facebook. I read an article, okay? I read an article this morning on Zero Hedge. I think that's the name of the website. And it's about if you only knew what all Facebook and Google, what they were downloading from you. Take Bolton off the screen. What they were downloading for you and how they were really looking and listening to you. I have told you all the way, okay? I have told you all the way. If you think for 1 minute that they don't have all your data, they loan you a platform to put your little pictures of your kitties on there. They loan you a platform. You did not write Facebook. You did not write Google. Every time you say, Alexa, order Coke, Alexa orders the Coke, but also registers you drink Coke, You order Coke, and what store the Coke comes from. That's exactly right. And then you're wondering, I wonder why that store sends me emails 5 seconds after you ordered the Coke. Huh, it's curious. Right there on the top of the Drudge, ABC rolls out pro-Trump Roseanne. Reviews. Revival shatters stereotypes. Okay? And Dan Connor is the original Dan Connor as far as the character goes, and Roseanne is the original, like season 1. She's got that sarcastic humor. It's really good humor like she had on season 1. And if you look at that picture on the Drudge, now I'm calling it correctly, right? They knitted those and they call them pussy hats. Am I correct, Amanda?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Yeah. And she's wearing a t-shirt that says nasty woman, and Melissa Gilbert does her partner left her or something like that. She's got a transgender kid. Roseanne's got a messed up family, and she knows it. Her and Dan know it. All right, so it's right at 9:30. We're going to go ahead and get started with some things that Amanda wants to talk about. Before we get into our reality day, Sam's down there?
She is. She is working one of the booths. So
okay, they've already started reality day, and Sam's down there working one of the booths. So anyhow, Amanda, let's go with the top story you talked about the young lady that is missing. I want to give you the platform. Take off with that if you don't mind.
Okay, so hang on one second. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty here today.
And why'd you change up the screens?
And we were missing one of the overlays, but
where's it at?
It's okay. It's okay.
Why is it okay? Why is it okay? Why is it okay?
I made another one.
But how do you know what I call okay and you say okay? There could be two different opinions of what okay is. People are supposed to know that's you. How do they know? All right, go ahead with your damn story, because now they have no idea who it's coming from, but go ahead.
Okay, so we are doing reality day today with Gilmer High School, and Sam is down there, and she's working one of the booths. So we've got, this is what she sent me over. And then I also shared a story yesterday about a 15-year-old Chatsworth girl. She is missing for the past 5 days. Her name is Amber Austin, and she was reported missing from her grandmother's house in Chatsworth, Georgia. So, and you can also share on our link on fetchyournews.com and hashtag find Amber Austin, and it will show all of the activity of the shared post of Amber Austin and where she was last in her Facebook page. And hopefully we can find this girl safe. But her family has reported that all of her stuff is accounted for, her friends have been accounted for, so she is alone, and she has been missing for the past 5 days.
And where is she at?
Chatsworth, Georgia.
I mean, yeah, that's where she's from, I'm at.
Yes.
Chatsworth, Georgia. Can you find that on our Facebook page?
I can, and I will share that on FYN TV and Fetch Your News.
Okay, go to our Facebook page, FYN TV and Fetch Your News. And I don't want to be like this, but you've done the research on this. You've been following this on the social media. And I don't want to say really missing. That's wrong, but I mean, I don't have any other way to frame it. But this young lady, they've already accounted for all of her friends where they're at.
Yes.
And they truly just can't find this young lady.
They cannot find her. Mm-mm.
Okay. Please help, folks. You can find our Facebook page, fetchyournews.com. Give her name one more time.
It's Amber Austin. She's 15 years old. She has long brownish blonde hair. She has brown eyes, and she's weighing in at probably about 110 pounds. So she's
okay. Now, is there any details of who to call if you see her or anything like that you're reading off of?
The Murray County Sheriff's Office, there has been a report filed. So if you have any information on her, you can get in contact with the Murray County Sheriff's Office, Murray County Police Department.
Thank you very much. That's a very important story. Okay, you want to talk about, and let me go there with you so I can read along. You want to talk about President Donald Trump's tweets?
I do. I actually woke up to this morning, and it made me just started out my day so well.
Why didn't you go right from the start of the show?
So Donald Trump posted, he got his day started with, the Second Amendment will never be repealed. As much as Democrats would like to see this happen, and despite the words of yesterday of former Supreme Court Justice Stevens, no way. We need more Republicans in 2018 and must always hold the Supreme Court.
We need more Republicans in 2018 and must always hold the Supreme Court. The Second Amendment will not go away. Okay, now let's stop there for a second, okay? Remember yesterday, and I'm glad he tweeted this out, because you remember yesterday when we had Congressman Doug Collins on the show, and I framed a question to him that I don't know really what the Republicans are running on in 2018. Remember, what are you running on? Okay?
Right.
Donald Trump may be setting up the one of the big campaigns to run on, because it's been clear. I forget we told the folks yesterday about the Supreme Court justice, retired Supreme Court justice, that said it should be repealed.
Yes.
I think somebody said Obamacare to him, and he thought they said Obamacare. He said they should repeal it. No, it's just my joke. He's 92. So anyhow, but there's talk, and there's even a bill on bullets, banning certain bullets, and also background checks to purchase bullets, from Deborah Wasserman Schultz. But that being said, this tweet right here, we need more Republicans, and we must always hold the Supreme Court. I'm wondering if that's going to be enough for this next campaign, because it is important to get out there the Supreme Court, okay? Because we're going to have another couple Supreme Court retirees. I mean, I know it's mean, and I know you don't have a picture, but Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she's going to fall asleep one day and not wake up. I mean, I'm sorry, she falls asleep. I mean, there's stories of her falling asleep. I have pictures of her falling asleep at the State of the Union address. I mean, she nods off like this, and they check her. They push her to check her. They keep a mirror to put under her nose. I'm serious. Yeah, check Ginsburg again. Who's got the mirror? I'm in charge of the mirror today. All right, you sit next to Ginsburg. Every once in a while, slide it under her nose. See if it fogs up. I swear to God. Why are you looking at me like that? So this right here, it's the Supreme Court. There's a possibility that Donald Trump's going to get 2 more picks. And you know, I keep the Antonin Scalia book right here. Okay, so I didn't mean to go up, but I like the Second Amendment one. And I do know this. Supreme Court, I asked Doug Collins, and by the way, you spoke or communicated with the congressman's office yesterday and set up another interview, right?
Yeah, we'll have another interview with Congressman Collins on the 11th at 8:15.
And that one we're going to frame. That interview is going. I don't know news-wise what would happen between now and then, but that interview is we're going to frame, okay, that 15 minutes into the question, what are Republicans running on for 2018? Mm-hmm. Okay, what else you have?
And that's all I've got for the day. And I just want to recap on Amber Austin. That hashtag is Find Amber Austin, and you can share it on your Facebook or Twitter, and that way it can be grouped into the community of Finding Amber Austin out of Chatsworth, Georgia.
Okay, let me read these two. Leave that up there. Stay with me. For years and through many administrations, everyone said that peace and denuclearization. Can you believe I could say that? Denuclearization? I mean, I have people out there that's just amazed. Everyone said that peace and the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula was not even a small possibility. Now there is a good chance that Rocket Man, my words, because I can't get into the Kim Jong-il.
It's Kim Jong-un.
You say, I'm just practicing. Kim, you can't say it. You got to say, it's a good chance now that Kim Jong-un. You have to do that. Okay? That's the only way I'll be able to do it and remember it. Like somebody hit me on the back. Will do what is right for the people, for his people, and for humanity. Look forward to our meeting. So I don't know the president of China. Received a message last night from the Trump, not Stormy Daniels, not Anderson Cooper. I received a message last night from the president of China that his meeting with Kim Jong-un went very well, and that Kim looks forward to his meeting with me. In the meantime, and unfortunately, maximum sanctions and pressure must be maintained at all costs. So we're not coming off their throats. I want to ask you a question, man. Like, you're the little rocket man, right?
Yeah.
And you meet Trump, right?
Right.
Do you not ask Trump, hey, why you call me names? Why you call me names? I do. I say, why you call me names?
I don't know. I'm just at a different point in my life where, stuff like that has happened here recently, and it's just...
Somebody called you a name? Let me know who they are. I'll take care of that. I'll handle that. You let me know.
Call your name?
If somebody called you, let me know. I'll handle that. You understand? No. They do not go against the FYN family.
Oh, I got a list for you then.
Okay. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break. We're going to come back and wrap up the show with just a couple more things we need to do before we close.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, LJ, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the hot.
One.
I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Yes, I think Donald Trump should write children's books, 1 being Rocket Man, 2 being Crooked Hillary, 3 being What is a Porn Star, 4 being Pussycat Club, and
Stop.
5 being Playboy Pajama Party.
No.
Yeah, I'm serious. You know, do you I'm sorry for that. That was very rude. Do you text in do you say like are you okay? Like if I got a text from you and it said are you okay? Do you put are, a you, and okay?
No.
Okay, because I text in full sentences.
Me too. With punctuation.
Yeah. Right? And,
totally with you there.
Okay, so it's like, you know, but do you have the friend that sends you stuff you have to figure out?
My best friend, she will send me yo. Okay, like I totally know where you're coming from.
I mean, you know, so, you know, yeah, I get the R and R, a you, okay, or are you going? And I get this, that I don't know the text language and I have to figure it out, you know? So I thought I would try it when I first started texting. And, you know, I would send the WTF, right?
Yeah.
Right? But I always thought it just meant wait till Friday.
No.
It doesn't mean wait till Friday?
See, I'm not a WTF person. I'm a WTH person.
Well, I don't know what you're waiting till there. I always
exactly. It's what the H.
Yeah, WTF. I thought it meant wait till Friday. Do you know where the whole thing started? And you couldn't text it, is Y2K.
Yep.
Y2K is responsible for that. Because it's year 2000. So they come up with Y2K. They are the beginning of this WTF, are you okay? I'm just checking. Anyhow, we have social reality day down at the Gilmer County High School. We've been talking about that all morning long. We will have more pictures tomorrow. And we're going to have, tell Sam this, she doesn't know it yet, okay? Tell Sam that she's going to do a report on Reality Day tomorrow.
Okay.
And it's due, okay?
I will tell her.
Yeah.
She'll be so happy.
She'll be so, exactly. Yes, I want to be responsible for helping her in her happiness. So we'll do a report on Reality Day and explain to you what we've been talking about all morning. GOP donors fret about Democrat wave. Some of the headlines that are out there this morning. Dems to party go on offense with Trump's legal affairs. The Dems are going to push this 7 days a week. Okay? 7 days a week. But I sincerely think, now you understand, I think America, and just going with the Stormy Daniels, the reason I'm bringing it back up before we close, all right, seriously, on the interview, which you did not watch, paint this picture. She claims she was in Vegas, right? I don't know if that's where she lived or whatever, somewhere, right? I thought it was Vegas. That she's getting out of the car and her daughter's in a car seat to go into the gym, and a man she never seen before walked up to her, okay? And walked up to her. She and said, "What? You need to leave Donald Trump alone." All right, pay attention to this. You need to leave Donald Trump alone. You need to kill the story. This is several years ago when she was going to do a magazine story or whatever. And is that your baby in the back seat? Yes, that's my daughter. And that this guy said, well, that's a cute little kid. I'd hate to see something happen to her mom. And this woman on the screen, Stormy Daniels, did not report it to the police. She goes in to the gym carrying her daughter, her infant daughter, shaking so bad she almost dropped her daughter. Okay, that's the story, okay? She tells on 60 Minutes. Let's not forget that this is a woman that performs about any act of sexual intercourse someone will pay her for. Okay? Let's not forget she has an infant daughter. Let's not forget she's getting her daughter to take into a gym where she has to explain to her daughter one day why mommy swings from a pole. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's unstable.
Right, so this is the person that's getting her infant daughter out of a car that has to explain to her infant daughter that, you can make a lot of money doing things. It's just interesting to me how much value the Democrats have put on this story. All right? I don't know. I continue to go back to it for a reason. I continue to go back for it for a reason. The blue states we've talked about, all right? We've talked about the blue states are are lining up to sue the Trump administration. There's a lot of things in the Supreme Court. We have not talked about the Supreme Court like we should have or like we should be. We're talking about Facebook controversy over digital privacy debate. I do understand that's big, but we are not paying attention to the Supreme Court. There is actually a gerrymandering case in front of the Supreme Court from the state of Maryland right now. I don't have time to do, but anti-abortion lawmakers lay groundwork for Roe challenge. Okay? State lawmakers and anti-abortion groups across the U.S. have ramped up, their push for restrictions on abortion. Part of the strategy is to get the Supreme Court to re-examine and overturn Roe v. Wade, the landmark decision that legalized abortion. Now, again, in this book here, Scalia's Court, the entire, maybe I can flip to it quickly, Chapter 5, the entire chapter in Chapter 5 is dedicated to abortion. I think what I'll do is I'll read 91. He covers race. I'm just telling you, I think I'll read from page 91 here, the section on abortion that Justice Antonin Scalia covers in this book. We cannot look forward to at least another term with the carts full of mail from the public and the streets full of demonstrators urging us, their unelected and life-tenured judges who have been awarded their extraordinary, undemocratic characteristics precisely in the order that we might follow the law despite popular will to follow popular will. Okay? So, in thus appears that the mansion of constitutionalizing abortion law constructed overnight in Roe v. Wade must be disabled, door jam by door jam, and never entirely brought down, no matter how wrong it might be. So that's what they're doing now. See, Scalia wrote, it's law now. It's already law. He didn't agree with it being law. But it thus appears that the mansion of constitutionalized abortion law. Now, you got to read abortion law to see how they figure why he's calling it a mansion. All right? Abortion law constructed overnight in Roe v. Wade, who's quick, must be disassembled door jam by door jam and never entirely brought down, no matter how wrong it might be. It is being brought down door jam by door jam, and it's going to force, they're doing everything to force Roe v. Wade to be decided piece by piece. And this goes right after Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant, Republican, signed a bill earlier this month banning abortion after 15 weeks. If it survives legal challenge, it would be the earliest ban in the country. And it's not just Mississippi. Iowa, Ohio, Kentucky, and other states have proposed bans too. We're entering a period where states are trying to effectively one-up each other, said Elizabeth Nash, a senior state issues manager at the Guttmacher Institute, a pro-abortion right research center. They're jockeying for position as to which would be the state that would have their name on the case. So the Supreme Court, in that Trump tweet, okay, we read that the Second Amendment will never be repealed. All right? But what does the president say? We must always hold the Supreme Court. Folks, is that enough? Is that enough to vote Republican? Because Neil Gorsuch is on the bench. Now, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. Last night, I went to the Blue Ridge City Council Town Hall. I'm going to say this in all due respect. I have said, and I don't think this is bad, don't get all bent out of shape, but I call her Wishy-Washy Whitener, the mayor of Blue Ridge. Wishy-Washy Whitener. Now, reason I say that is I stand in the back of the room for 2 and 3 hours, and I'm not clear on who set the agenda, who set the direction, and who's running the ship of this city when it comes to these meetings. I get very confused on what they're thinking. So they're talking about the farmers market, and it's got me. So the farmers market, don't quote me because they're going to say, oh, you misquote. So they're talking about selling the farmers market in downtown Blue Ridge. And it's, the days of the farmers coming there and selling their product is done and over. And they're talking about maybe selling it, talking about maybe turning it into an event venue for entertainment, talking about turning it into an art center where people can come, the artists can come and display their work. And you can come on Saturday, maybe even get a glass of wine and some cheese and look at a painting or two. Wear the little beret. So they're talking about an art park kind of thing, entertainment kind of thing, whatever. They're going on and on for a long-term plan, even to talk about selling the property. So you could tell Councilwoman Thomas has a has already set up something in her mind she would like to do. She's working with Jan Hackett from the chamber. Fine. Somebody even said, hey, it'd be a great place for a standalone library, whatever, right? So they're looking at these long-term projects. All right? Now, how the discussion really comes up in my book is last month or month before last, Jim Sisson of Sisson Lumber or Log Home, Sisson Lumber up there, all right, building materials, I forget the official name, but Jim Sisson went to the council and said, hey, my property line is here, the farmer's market's sitting empty, I need extra storage. I mean, Fannin County in North Georgia is in a building boom right now, and he does not have the room for storage. He said he will do a lease month by month, okay? Month by month, and with a 60-day notice, he'll clean up the lot. He just wants storage. He doesn't want to build anything, nothing. Just wants to work out of it. Stores materials. Well, he comes last night and they talk about Art Center, and then somebody says, well, we have a man here that, wants to lease it. Jim Sisson sitting back there. And I don't want to quote because she'd get upset, but Rhonda Thomas says, Councilwoman Thomas, I don't know if we want to do that. I mean, I really think we should look and start doing long-term. We've got a committee that we want to put together. Jan Hackett at the chamber has agreed to be on the committee. This is all fine, okay? Of what to do with the farmer's market. But folks, the farmer's market is bringing in zero. Absolutely zero, okay? So they're asking everybody's opinion, and I'm listening, and I'm thinking to myself, all right. So Ms. Thomas says, I would like anybody's opinion out there before we close. So I said, okay, here's mine. You got a man over here, Jim Sisson. His business is in Blue Ridge, the city limits of Blue Ridge, for 17 years. He pays property tax, okay? Pays property tax. He pays personal property tax. They come and assess his equipment. I mean, I remember the days of having equipment inside a city and have it assessed. So he pays an assessment on his personal property for the business. He's paying property tax. 17 years. His trucks are right there in town, probably buying fuel in the city. His employees may be shopping and living in the city, whatever. And I just stood up and said, you got a man for 17 years here with all these, and you do not have to vet him. You know who you have. You know you have somebody, and they just want to store building materials. It's booming right now. And he will move if you find a long-term plan, which I want you to know, I support long-term plan, whatever you come up with. But even if you pass a long-term plan for the farmer's market in Blue Ridge today, you get a grant, whatever. It's going to take 6 to 8 months for anything to come to fruition. I mean, chances are it's a year down the road, a long-term plan. It's not a now. So I said, let the man release it. And if you come up with a long-term plan, he brings a forklift over and he picks up the lumber, puts on a truck, and he moves it 100 feet over and back on his property. He just needed a 60-day notice. That's what I'm thinking. It's zero, and it's like crickets. I mean, they should have rented it to the guy last night. Well, if we're going to let people know, here's what got me. And I want you to think about this because I don't have time to go into it, all right? Well, if we're going to lease that property, we probably need to put it out and let people know because there may be other people that want to lease the property. Okay, fine. Let people know. Let me say the council will look into the camera. Every piece of property you own or did own at one time that you may have sold, you did not let the people know. There wasn't a big opening in a town hall meeting where you discussed your property that you may have sold, that you may call transparent, but it didn't really go down that way. Now, you have to let people know. I think when the drive-in, because I don't give a rat's you know, what Steve Setzer does at the drive-in. He plays a movie, it's his damn biz, I don't care. All right? But when the drive-in lease came up and it was time to renew it, did you let people know that maybe wanted to bid on the drive-in that you own? He owns the equipment. He could have stripped it. Somebody might have wanted to come put equipment. I don't know. I don't care. But last night it was so important to be transparent and let people know it's for a lease, because there may be other people that want to lease it. When the man sitting there for 17 years that brought the idea to the council to lease it, ready to lease it, can pay the bill. Let's say he gets $600 a month, right? What is 6 times 6, Amanda? Wake up!
36.
Really? Let's say he gets $600 a month. Every month you could put the $600, okay? Every month you could put the $600, okay, aside. You can put it aside into a rainy day fund for the city. It's not getting anything. You know, every once in a while, it's time to thank the citizens that have been in the city for 17 years with their business through good and bad, and not always look at who just got here. And I support everybody, and you know I do, so don't judge me. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. They talked about the pool last night, the city pool. I asked a question about, hey, what is as the school system approached the city about possibly buying the city park? And crickets. But there was discussion of maybe meeting with the county to discuss building a joint venture pool out at the rec department. Interesting. Then what will the city park do with that old pool? Maybe the school might want to buy it for an aquatic center. We'll talk more about that later. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back tomorrow right here at 8 a.m.